Welcome to Offrame Productions. My name is Chris, and I had a choice today, and I actually have a few games that are on the docket. I have obviously Hollow Knight, as you can see here. I have Code Cross. I have Neo. I've got a few games, and it really just depends on kind of what I want to play at the moment. Really, what I wanted to do is I wanted to play a game that tested the finesse. Games like Valhalla and Read Only Memories, they're amazing. I love them, but they're very static. They're very enjoyable in when you sit back when I play it. Now, I heard this game, which by the way is on sale until the 5th of this month. I heard this game was very Metroidvania. And I haven't played a good Metroidvania in a while. Well, I played Axiom Verge, but that's been a while. So I thought, why not? I believe this game to be fairly short, but I did play a little bit of it, and I actually kind of got lost in it, really. And I got lost in it because there actually is a lot of airtime where I'm just kind of exploring. So I'm going to do something a little bit different in a game like this. I'm going to try not to just cut out everything that I normally do and like I do in past games. And we'll get to that in a second. In Wilds Beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame your savage souls, yet you challenge met. Under palest watch you taught we changed, base instincts were redeemed. A word you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. So I skipped all of this earlier while I was just wanting to test out the gameplay. So you and I are probably seeing this for the first time. Alright. It's got a lot of bug motifs, and I do remember seeing this, and I had no idea what it was. But those were eggs, weren't they? They were totally eggs. Grotesque, ugly-looking eggs, but they were eggs, nonetheless. So here I am, looking like a stag beetle. Being the Ronin warrior I am, I honestly have no idea what is going on with this game. Even for the little time I did play, I was really just testing out the game mechanics. All I really know about this game is that I am a small little bug, and I am aimed to kill other bugs. I've met a few things. Also, and amazing for a game, I don't have to worry about fall damage. So as I was saying, if you've been a fan of this show or this series, sorry, if you've been a fan of the channel, or even if you just stopped by for the first time through, generally what I tend to do is during long lulls of like doldrum, or moments of just nothing really going on, I tend to cut out. I tend to cut out just the run back. I only really do that because, well, if I am constantly in one area for the same time, over and over again, I tend to find it a little bit dull. And because I tend to find it a little bit dull, I kind of forget to talk. I'm still getting used to being able to multitask and talk and play video games at the same time. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna try something a little bit different in this game. I already know that there's gonna be a large sections of the game where I'm just kind of exploring. That has a weird noise. Do you hear that? Is that just me? guess that's the, I don't know what that was, but it's not bothering me. It's just I didn't notice that last time. So, anyways, I'm gonna try not to cut out as much as I normally do, especially through things that are considered run back, because part of this game is just the fact that you're kind of exploring. I honestly don't think I can make that. Yeah, no, I can't make that. So it's gonna be a bit of a it's gonna be a bit of a new stuff for me, because in all honesty, I tend to play and record all these games in the really early AMs, because my sleep schedule and my work schedule are completely, you know, batshit crazy. And because of that, what I really do is just kind of play and record and hope beyond hope that I am actually interesting. Oh there, traveler. I am afraid there may only be me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell ruin, and yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment. That darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad, and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. My dream. So yeah, ultimately we'll just we both of us, you and I, are really aiming for one thing. One, I want to be entertained. I spend most of my time playing you know, odd, weird, esoteric games, and I don't know, it's just I've always enjoyed playing random things. The channel itself is actually more of a... Oh look, it's a sad little man. It's a sad little man. Where... Oh, I know what you are. Well, he is a sad man. He's a lonely father. We're actually going to come across one of these little things very soon, so I'll just show you. Whatever, I'll take the damage. Like in fact, the YouTube channel is really just kind of it's really just a hodgepodge of things that I'm working on and kind of that I want to do. Don't get me wrong, I love doing it. But I'm really not the type to aim for. I'm really not the type to aim for I just kind of I thought I was gonna be able to make it, and I'm gonna explain what I'm doing in a second. I just kind of want to explore this area. I think I completely forgot it last time. So I don't aim for popularity. I aim to have fun. Well, obviously, and to make somewhat of a name for myself. But that's it's not to be famous. It's mainly so I can, you know, be able to say it's for reasons, and there's different reasons, which I'll go to in a second. But first, this guy. Ah, hello there. Come down to explore this beautiful old ruins. Oh, don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Yes. Okay. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you're not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass for my wife, Iselda. She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I'll pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. Yeah, he's a cool little dude. He's a cartographer, and also what I believe to be a, hopefully not a stag beetle. Sorry, a roach. Everything down here is bugs and odds and ends and creepy crawlies. So first, let's go over part of the game that. More of the controls. Okay, so if I hold the button, I can pull up a map, and that's kind of what I wanted to do before I got everything. Anything else? So this map has a basic outline. You can see where we are with that little. Here, where I have a mouse. Wait, no, I don't have a mouse. With that little, the glasses and the nose. That's where we are currently. Right next to it, you can see a giant, big-headed thing. We'll aim towards him today. And at the top we have what I can only assume is a flan. This very tasty dessert. It's not actually a flan, but it's, well, what I'll call it. The meter up there with my head on the left, it's a magic and health meter. This focus thing that I use, oh shit. This focus thing that I use can refill my health as well as use for magic. When I get them. So when I focus it out, it gains me, extra life. But when used with magic, that we'll get later, it uses that. So it's gonna be later in the game. I'm gonna have to be balancing the amount of focus I use with the amount of focus I need to maintain my health. As you can see, I'm, multitasking is always going to be fun. Now, we saw the father up earlier, which I had never seen before, but I had always found these little dudes. I didn't know what they were, but they were trapped. So once we saved them, I believe they head to the father, or to their father. And then, and if we get everybody, we get something cool. Hopefully. If nothing, we'll stop by later, and we'll see if the old man ringworm is, gonna show us anything new and interesting. Now, much like other Metroidvania games, there are parts that I cannot get to. So this right here, I need something, probably like a double jump or like, I don't know, a screw attack. We'll get to those. We'll get there eventually. And if I'm avoiding, sorry, avoiding's not the word. If I am ignoring a piece, it's just because I don't believe that I'll be able to make it through at that time. So just I'm aiming to explore, but if I don't believe I'm gonna, oh son of a bitch, I want those coins. I don't want to fight you. If I don't think I can make it into an area, I'm obviously not gonna head down there, just because there's so much to explore that I still haven't explored. So, hey, just die. I want you dead. I want you dead, so I can open up these gates and go back and get my coins. There you go. No. My life for coins. So yeah, so generally I don't know. It's just one of those things where for almost a year, and a half, I've uploaded at least one video a day, or at least 6 videos in a week. And you would think I would be doing this for, you know, for fame, to be famous, to be, you know, the next big YouTube star. And look, and if it happens, it happens. But it's never been the goal. If anything, it's been a means to an end. I created this channel as a way to force myself to continue and to continue something that which seems almost like an ideal dream. I may not record everything myself. Generally, it's if I'm not recording, it's Christy, the other co-host, or confidant, or friend or girlfriend, or however you wanna see her, if you know me or not. But ultimately, she's cool. I like her. She's adorable. But if I'm not recording, then she's the one that's recording in my stead. But what I do, however, is that everything that is not recording is done by me. There will be a handful of art, like cover arts that are drawn by Christy, but for the most part, anything that's cover art, that's editing, that is the Twitter account, Off-Frame Productions. You know what? I don't care about that. Generally, everything that is on the show, or sorry, on the channel, the cover arts, the banner ads, the all the small little pieces, everything was created by me, and that's actually what I tend to gravitate towards. I like doing the stuff behind the scenes. So a little bit of design, a little bit of coding work, a little bit of musical stuff. I'm trying to learn a little bit of everything, so I can just better myself. And the YouTube channel, at the time of creation, was just, hey, was a thought. It's like, hey, I can use this as a way to force me to nightly practice all these things, and I do. And I love doing the channel, don't get me wrong, I really do. But once I become a bit more proficient in everything, the channel will never take a backseat. It will always continue to update. But I want to be able to do more and more a variety of stuff. That's actually why a lot of my stuff is kind of different from episode to episode. A lot of my stuff is different from episode to episode, just because I kind of use it to try out things. It's probably not the best for those who've been long-time fans of the show, or the channel. Oh, come on. So I do apologize for that if anybody finds that odd, or not up to not what they subscribe or want to see. And I'm trying not to do it as much, but I do accidentally do it from time to time. I know the Shantae, which is the most recent one that I was working on, I was practicing some over and underlays for it, and it didn't last for that, and I think each and every one of them were different. I didn't like it. I didn't like how much it took away from the game. Because what I'm here for is to... Oh, right, I gotta talk to him. I see, the old village. What a strange dream. I I have to have led me down here. If you hadn't have found me, I don't think I would have ever woken. I'm Sly. Usually I live in an uneventful life in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest face left there. And I can thank you properly for your good deed. I just didn't like how much it was taking away from the actual game. The game itself is why I play these games. Going back to the part where the aim is not to be famous. The aim is to put out content. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I apologize if you can. Just close that out. Just close that out. That is not a thing. Whoops. Okay. Ignore everything that you may have just seen, and if you didn't see anything, just ignore that I've said anything about anything. And just don't worry about the man behind the curtain. It is only an illusion. I am but the Wizard of Oz, and you are just, the lovely people who do not look behind the curtain. You know what? I don't like you. The bugs, the bugs. Or sorry, the light bugs. I really don't like the light bugs. Oh, I can't come through here. A door with an open slot. Yes, thank you. Oh man, I realize now that the moment I step out of here, the moment I step out of here, oh, I guess it didn't respawn, which is good because I hate these things. They tend to float around in weird patterns, and I keep forgetting about their death. That their death leads to small little baby flies. Very much like the Binding of Isaac, I hate flies. I hate the flies. The spiders I don't mind, and I would not doubt at all if there were spiders in this game. So I do apologize for anybody who is I want to say spider phobic, but that's not. That's arachnophobic. Yeah, that's it. I kind of know words, but I forget them all the goddamn time. So I play anyways, I play games on this channel not to be popular, but just because there are some games that do fall under good games, but that they never get. You know, I'm just gonna ignore you guys. But they never get the notoriety. The where am I? Oh, you know what? Your map can suck it. I found this last time, so rather than making it look like, oh look, I found it. Look, I know a bit. I got all the way to the actual head boss, but I didn't go any further than that. Only because I couldn't find a good enough place to stop. So I play games on the channel for the sake of the game that doesn't get the that kind of falls by the wayside. Oh god damn it. The game that falls by the wayside. The game that came out the week of, a major title. The game that came out, to subpar reviews, but after updates, is, an amazing game. The game like Valhalla, the game like Read Only Memories, who you would never really look at. They wouldn't. They're just not a type of game that you go searching for. And that's kind of what this channel is. If I become famous, fine. I mean, it's awesome. It's really just to it's really so more and more games can kind of get noticed. But I'm not gonna play games on this channel that are if I don't enjoy the game that I'm playing, I'm not gonna continue playing it. Oh, nope. Okay, I gotta remember that I actually have a little bit of life, and I don't want to actually die. I really don't want to die. Now, where am I? Okay, I know where I'm at. Oh, you were hiding in there? Okay. You know what? I actually just thought of something. Can I even get up here? Oh, I can. I can climb the chain, which is good because I actually need 1 to stop, and 2, I need to go to the map maker.
Bapanada.
Come by to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise. He's headed down below. He'll pop back up occasionally to deliver new maps to the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in the retail myself. Now let's see what's here for me to sell. I want the quill. This quill will allow me to draw the map. The wayward compass will allow us to see where we are. I don't need it yet. What I do want is use these pins. The shopkeeper's cocoon pin. I will eventually end up buying all of these, but I want the bench right now because the bench is what. Okay, rather than go on a long-winded tour of everything, I'm just gonna sit down. Okay, and by doing that, and having been in an area, it has drawn out what part of the map that I have been to per each bench. There are rest areas, there are respites, there are shopkeepers, there are places, there are things, and I will find all of those. But the most important thing for me is to know where I'm going and where I'm at, and therefore I can rest at a bench. And usually a bench is a nice safe spot to pause the game and end the episode, which we're going to be doing here today. So thank you for joining me for the first episode of Hollow Knight. It might be a little bit different than what I normally do, and that's okay. Hopefully, personally I believe it's okay. I'm here to try new things, and I'm hoping that I'm entertaining enough for you to remain here. And if not, well, sometimes you have to fail in order to grow. Thank you for joining me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the show. Leave a comment down below if you enjoy this, what I'm doing, and if you want to make a comment about anything. In the meantime, I will see you guys on the next episode of Hollow Knight. Later.